I was able to, pull him. At that point, I was able to, for one, like know which direction he was, because it's a huge room. And then it lifted enough to where I was able to get deep into there and then like just pull him out by the, like he just looked like death, man. Like he had talked to death and he said, "No, hold up." And I carried him out, and loaded him up and in a car. Like that's where it was integral for having like the RSO and the relationships they have, because they were working the embassy like drivers and stuff, like shuttles, basically going back to a safe area away from this fucking hotel. And while this is all happening, the embassy's giving me, there was some people at the embassy that they knew what I was like capable of doing, and they weren't questioning it. They were just like, "What do you need?" And same with my command in Germany at the time. Like it was like, "All right, got it. Kyle, what do you need?" I'm like, "Stand by. I'll let you know what I got." And then eventually it was like, "I need my fucking boys. I can't do this alone." And that empowerment, that trust is like, it allowed me to be effective, to be agile, to make decisions on the ground. And what I talk about is tomorrow problems, like I watched happen, where the Marsoc cats were just being called every 5 minutes, man, on their cell phones. Like, "What are you guys doing? Like, you shouldn't be in there. You're going to get in trouble. Like, you're going to ruin the platform for our source operations." And I'm like, "Hang the fucking phone up right now." I'm like, "Tell that motherfucker that's a tomorrow problem, and I need you here right now." Because what they're doing and what they did was cast seeds of doubt into any of the decisions that they were making. And if all of those decisions were resting on the fact that they trusted me, and I wasn't in their command, but the moment someone from their command, 12 hours away, mind you, says, "Well, you guys shouldn't be seen running around in full body armor," that's kind of like, "Oh, you're going to ruin this platform." I'm like, first of all, you can go fuck yourself. Second of all, that's a tomorrow problem. We'll deal with it. But there's lives like that can still be saved. Like, where the fuck, what planet are you in or on, But they just casting those seeds and planting seeds into somebody that I needed to be stay switched on and with me, like with me in this moment. And as much as I tried to like say, "Fuck that, we'll deal with that later," started stepping for like steps, become an arm's distance away, so then I was just like, "Holy fuck, I feel like I'm like flat out alone in here. Even though you're moving with me, you're not where you're not here. You're not with, you're too far behind." And then here, check right the fuck out. Now, mind you, I wouldn't have been able to do it in the manner that I did it without them. So it really bothers me that I didn't realize the impression that I was having on so many people by just taking action and looking. They wanted to do these things, but they needed someone like me to just take lead and like form this motley crew of a team, to do something. And I think like, and the whole team, like the country team, kind of really came together and they were like, "Well, how do we get accountability of all these people? Who do we have? Who's unaccounted for American wise?" It really like challenged them, and they did a pretty good job of like filtering and pushing that information and getting it to me it pretty rapidly. And I was able to form a list where I have, which I wanted to show you, but I started forming a list on just some scratch paper I found on the ground, because I didn't have a pen and paper on me like a good soldier. I had everything else, but I just found a piece of paper. And can you hand me that bag? I do want to show you this because it's important. Yeah, so I grabbed a scratch piece of paper from the street and then like started writing down like names and room numbers in my excellent handwriting. And somehow it survived. Like, it's like super barely hanging on, you know, but this is the list that I started to form, and it started to kind of, you know, these are room numbers and names of Americans that they were unaccounted for. And you can see that Anita Datar was on that list pretty early. And I was able to get to her room pretty quick, but she wasn't there. And then
what are the scratch names off?
After I rescued them. Like going to the room and confirming that they are that person. And I think I kicked in like 54 hotel doors, man.
No shit.
Yeah, it was like, you know, the master key right here. I'll give the SEALs that, man. That whole like mule kick, that's where it's at.
Works.
It does. It saves so much energy. And it was like comical watching people trying to, even with breaching tools, I was like, what are you doing? What is that thing? The French, when they came, I was like, I'm like, step aside, please. I got really tired.